this is Meghna, and today, as I mentioned you, I'm going to teach you coding. So coding, I'm going to teach you this with the help of JavaScript. JavaScript is a language which is used to code, and you want to know, and the basic structure of this JavaScript is like first you get the function name. That is, for example, if you want to draw a line, you get it line, just for example. Then the bracket will be opened. Then you have the arguments, nothing but the values with comma after each and every value, and then the bracket close and semicolon. So this is the structure, basic structure of JavaScript. And today I'm going to teach you JavaScript with the help of p5.js web editor. So here I am on the home page of p5.js. So for opening this, you just have to search p5js.org, that is origin. So over here you are having a reference. Just click on reference. And if you scroll down, you have many options. These all options are the functions which you can perform in p5.js. So over here, this is the web editor, guys. Today I'm not going to teach you any coding, how to do, or any function. I'm just going to give you a brief intro on what is this and the few features of this web editor. So for opening this web editor, you have this link, editor.p5js.org. Don't worry, I'm going to share the link of the site as well as the web editor in the description. So here I am. Over here, if you see at the right corner, you have login and sign up. If you have an account, guys, you can log in, but now I don't, so I'm going to sign up. So here you can create a username for yourself, give the email ID which you have. If you don't have, guys, you can use your parents, that's not a big issue. And here you can make a password and confirm the password. So guys, I made an account, so this is how it looks. You might be thinking, why is it black? It's nothing, I just changed the settings of it. So I'm gonna tell you how to do that. Over here you see that you have a settings option. You just have to click on that. Over here in theme, you can put it light. So light is nothing but white color, dark, and high contrast. So I'm using high contrast because you can see it very clearly. And here you also can increase the text size. See, here it's increasing. You can increase it, but I'm gonna keep it 20. And you have auto save option also. Like when you create a program you created and you forgot to save, no problem, it will auto save. So it will be auto save. So you can on this option, no need to off it. So it's better if it's on. And you have few other settings which are not too important. And see here, as I've logged in, my username came. And over here now these are the code. You might be thinking, what are these? These are already inbuilt code which p5.js provides you from the beginning itself. So here you're having some name which p5.js gave itself. And the funny thing is that it gives all weird names, because if you want to change it, you have just this pencil button, click on that and change it. So I'm going to click on demo and done. Over here you also have an auto refresh button, so I'm going to tell about that later. So first let me explain you what are these functions. So this function setup, as I told that first function name will come. So this is the function name in JavaScript, then the brackets open, and the arguments, these are the arguments. So it depends, guys. It can be one argument, it can be two arguments, it can be 5 arguments, it depends. So over here, for example, there are 2 arguments with a comma separating each other and a semicolon. Actually, the great thing is that if you do not put a semicolon also, the p5.js can recognize, like it understands that the sentence is over. But for our convenience, we put a semicolon so that we know that the sentence is over. So now what is this function setup? So the setup function is nothing but the setup, and this setup function only reads once, and that happens at the starting. And here you have create canvas. You don't want to create canvas again and again, so it comes in this setup function. So in the setup, create canvas is nothing but, if you play this, right, so you have this thing, right, this is nothing but the canvas, and you see the color is grayish because the background is set like that. So over here, what are this 400 and 400? So the first 400 is going to be the width of it, and if you see that I changed it to 898, just for example, you see that the width has decreased. So I'm gonna make this as 600 the width, and play. You see that always have to play it. So once I change this value, now for example this to 500, see it did not change because again I have to go to the run button. So this is the run button, this is the stop button. So again I have to go to the run button again and again and do. So instead of that, you have this auto refresh button if you enable that. So now I have changed, right, one time if you do, so it's gonna do everything by itself. So the first one is going to be the width, the second one is the height, and the semicolon close. So this curly curved brackets are going to be placed, it should be open when you like give a function name, right? If you're starting a function, so this thing should be open, and as the function only has this create canvas, so the bracket is closed, curly bracket. As if you want to type more, you can type over here, but you should make sure that at last this thing is closed. And you have function draw. What is this draw function? So I'm going to tell you a very important thing. Draw function, it loops again and again. So over here, this is going to read it only once, but it's not like that with draw function. It's going to read it again and again, so it's going to do looping, so which we are going to discuss more later when we are coding, guys. So we are function draw. The things which you want to be inside this canvas will be written in the draw function. So the background, you don't want the background to be only once, right? You want it to be entire full. If you want it to be only once, you can put that in the setup function. So we are going to look into those examples. So in the background, it's set 220. You can change it into 255, so it's going to be fully white. 225 maybe, sorry. See, it's going to be like this only. Now I'm going to tell you one thing. This background may contain three things, three arguments, that is the three values. So the first value represents red color, the second value represents the greenish amount, so these all are the amounts, and the last represents the blue, so RGB. You should remember this. So now I'm going to set red. I want it to be 0 means fully black, and I want my canvas to be green, so this is green and 0. So now you see it's green because RGB, right? So G is in the middle, which means green, and 255 is in the middle, that's green, so it's green. And guys, 255 is the last color for anything. If you want to change it into 225, you will see that it's a darker shade. So this is the lightest shade. You don't have more light than this. If you give 0 to this also, it's not going to take in count because that is the final thing. If you give 0.98 also, it's not going to take into account. At least if you increase it into 9 also, no, because the last thing of everything, every background is 255. So now you understood what are these. So as you saw over here, function draw, new function has been opened. They gave a curly bracket open and a curly bracket close. So now I'm gonna show you a few examples. I don't want to save this. Okay. So here are a few examples which are made by others. Now let's see this. So see guys, this is the code which is written. Now let's play. So this is like a piano. You cannot mostly hear it, but I'm gonna share this link to you in the description so that you can view it. So you can listen to it. Over here, for example, now you cannot hear. So I'm gonna show you more examples. See, there are so many examples, guys. You can just go through them. So let's take a look into textiles, something new, and play. So you see this, guys, with the help of my mouse pointer only this circle is moving, and I don't know what is this. They made it so awkward. So guys, these are a few examples. You can just view them. However, I'm gonna give you the link. So, and I want to tell you one more thing. Over here in edit, you have tidy code. So now what is this tidy code? For example, if you give more space over here, no worries. If you give over here also space, or not over here, in the arguments, if you give more space, so after the arguments, like this, no worries. If you click over here and click on tidy code, it's gonna make it everything clean so that you can read it properly. And over here, so we have the language also. So that's it, guys, and you can reset this size also. So that's it for now. All the things else, how to code and every statement in detail, I'm gonna tell you in the next video. So the next video is mostly gonna be about drawings and shapes, 2D primitives, nothing but. So thank you guys for watching. Bye bye.